Okay, let's clarify something about Spike, because what I was saying about him led to misleading feedback. Out of the main cast, Spike is my least favorite character. Is he a bad character? Absolutely not. He's very likable, and he represents an icon that can hold an interest to an audience that admires dragons, even if they're cute. A part of my issue with Spike is identifying his personality. He's remotely undefined. At times he's supportive, but at other times he doesn't cooperate, and he even puts other characters into ridicule, which thereby distinguishes his personality. Granted, some of the main six have broken out of character before, but at least it was for a short time. The constant changing nature in Spike throughout the entire series drifts me away. The most ironic thing about this is that this is what everyone loves about Spike. There's still potential that can make my perspective more open to him. One such episode came close though, being Dragon Quest, but the only result was that teenage dragons are just nothing more than assholes. Such older dragons can be clever and wise, and I'd like to see that. I want to like Spike more. If only he had more episodes on him instead of just using him as a side character. This is one of them. Spike at Your Service is both a Spike and an Applejack episode. Coincidentally, these two characters are what need to be developed the most, or at least given something enjoyable out of Slice of Life. Skeptical I was, since both Dave Polsky and Meriwether Williams wrote this episode, I wasn't sure what to expect. I watched it a few times more just to be sure, and in short, I really like it. After encountering some Timberwolves in the Everfree Forest, Spike gets his life spared by the help of Applejack. Because of this, and under a Dragon Code policy, Spike owes Applejack his debt by a lifetime spent as a servant over Twilight. Of course though, Applejack's not very comfortable about it since it makes her feel guilty, so she tries to lure Spike off her hooves. Once again, this is as little detail as I can give it, but unlike the Apple family reunion, there's conflict involved, and it intertwines between both Spike and Applejack, and very naturally so. The two of them are very much intact without losing the focus by the story's sake. Applejack's aware of the situation, and you can understand her discomfort, which works because she likes laboring independently. And while Spike's unaware of Applejack's level of guilt, you can understand his passion in following the Dragon Code. One of the big surprises to me, though, was the animation. Of course, as usual, there's always a good sense of improvement, but the real stickout was the inclusion of computer animation used for the Timberwolves. I can tell how challenging it must have been, animating each piece since they were able to reform together. Not to mention how blending the models in the cartoon were so effective. Not only was the computer animation a good usage, but it wasn't abused. Most medias nowadays abuse CGI, especially in movies. Here, this is when it's done properly. For future episodes, I hope to see it kept that way. The best part of the episode, however, was the humor. I normally don't go talking about humor all that much because I'm more focused on the story. But what's done here got me laughing good at a lot of scenes. The jump cut transition to Spike baking pies, his clumsy moments, and the constant pleading to Applejack, Pinkie Pie's villain mustache, the distraction of Twilight due to her studies, and so much more. And of course, the small rock that defeats the giant Timberwolf. This was pretty much the funniest of them all. Aside from the clever gag of how the littlest things can get you, the wolf going all, wait, hold on, got me laughing even harder. Though having the creature killed off, especially laughing about it, was pretty dark. Funny how this was able to slip in, and yet a mention of death of Applejack's parents are not. Hasbro, I don't know what it is with you and your policies of what's appropriate for kids or not, but... Okay, I'll shut my mouth up. Though the one big thing I hear from everyone else is seeing how clumsy Spike is on most tasks during the episode, and yet he does very well with Twilight. Viewers have griped about this one a lot, saying it throws him out of character. Honestly, I'm willing to make this one an exception. I have seen scenarios where he has screwed up under Twilight's commands in the past, and he has done well with Applejack with cleaning the pig, counting the blades on the grass on the farm, and stacking up all the rocks for Rainbow Dash. Not to mention the environment he's in is pretty different, even with his experiences of what he's had that are applicable. And at most, Spike was given a lot of simple tasks from Twilight compared to what was going on with Applejack. You could say that she could have at least taught a few things with Spike, but that would have also diminished the moral overall. While this episode didn't take the series any further and was a slice of life episode, I'm fine with that. From what I've seen throughout the season, there have been a lot of episodes that have pushed the characters forward, and filler or slice of life episodes are genuinely a good way to slow down the series. So even though I'm still expecting answers in the future, I can wait it off, instead of just having everything to be answered at once. I overall think this episode was pretty solid. It isn't perfect, but it's a step up for both Applejack and Spike. This episode sticks to the roots of the characters and provides some pretty good humor. I won't say too much more because I don't want to repeat myself. Apparently the next episode is delayed until the 19th, and the staff is on a break. They sure as hey need one, and I could use one. So until next time, this is Golden Fox, and I look forward to the next episode, which is about Fluttershy redeems discard. Holy motherfuck!